I'm John Mulhern. I'm a bagpipe instructor at the National Piping Centre. That's my primary role here. And secondary to that, I suppose I've become the e-learning coordinator as well. And our project essentially is an e-learning portal where we deliver live webinars and which are then stored as archived lessons via our e-learning website, and users can sign up as a monthly subscriber and access all the content on the site, or they can just pay on demand per lesson as well. We're outgrowing our building here at the Piping Centre, so we need to look at new ways that we can grow our tuition business without having to hire new premises on top. So the premise behind this was that we would be able to teach groups across the world all at one time, a way to grow our own tuition business essentially. The overall idea has been very well received through our already existing sort of market, I suppose. So I mean, a lot of our subscribers are people that we already had a relationship with in one form or another. So I was positively taken up by them. Part of the portal was to create a media archive in which we would store various documents, historical documents, educational documents. We're still in the early stages of really growing that archive, though. It's obviously quite a time-consuming thing to go through, digitising old analogue recordings and whatnot. So, yeah, it's something that we will continue to grow over time. The uptake has been much more on demand, so we will find that it might be 1 or 2 people attending live, whereas I mean there's the scope for up to, I think it was 99 people could attend live. But just with the geographical spread of where our students are, it's impossible to get, you know, 20 people in a live room at one time. From the teaching point of view, there was the hurdle of the difference in the way that we deliver a lesson. So that was a hurdle, I suppose, in so much as we had to prepare for lectures rather than interactive lessons more. Although the original concept had been for the webinars to be interactive, the reality of it is that it's difficult to maintain a sort of good flow to a session when you have to cut back and forward with questions or bring other people into the conversation. There's ongoing sort of technical glitches through live webinars that become quite a nuisance to have to rectify, and I personally would perhaps want to move more away from the live element of the classes and deliver it more in an on-demand type effort, so it was pre-recorded lessons that could be edited down and actually make a better product of the lessons. Through our previous fundraiser here, Andrea Boyd, when she was applying for the funding initially, she did some research about a few different local tech companies and settled on Yellow Brick House, who are quite an interesting little sort of cooperative basically, and they've kind of got lots of bits of expertise in various different areas, and they were very good to work with generally. They were very understanding of what we were doing. It was a very new venture for them at the same time, but I think that they've delivered absolutely everything that we wanted. They had a couple of problems along the way themselves, and that their lead developer midway through the project bailed on them basically, which for personal reasons, which I think gave them quite a sore head, although it was never really passed on to us, so which is quite good. They managed to resolve their own issues without bringing us into it. And through our relationship with them on the e-Learning website, we've developed a further relationship with one of their team members particularly, and another one of his companies, that's enabled us to get more into doing live streamed events as well. So that there's been an offshoot of that initial relationship. Find a partner that you can work well with, basically, would be the most important piece of advice. I mean, there's likely to be lots and lots of different companies out there that can fulfill what you need, but you need to work with individuals that you're happy working with, and that you can build a good relationship with personally. And then further on from that, perhaps be looking for people that you're working with that you can perhaps see avenues for further developments down the line with as well. Well, the Nesta R&D Fund has allowed us to explore some new opportunities for our own business, ways of growing our own business whilst our own in-house capacity seems to be not actually shrinking but feels that way sometimes. And the relationships that we've built through the Nesta project anyway have been perfectly adequate. And through those relationships we've made other relationships as well. So